We all know there's so much fun, of Western fun specifically, over at the National Western Stock Show. You've got wool shows, rodeos, extreme dogs. I mean, the list goes on and on.
It's true, but it's also a time to celebrate all of the Western music as well, and that includes some old-time fiddling. So here to share more about the art and the championship that actually happened this weekend is President of the Colorado Old Time Fiddlers Association, Aaron Haas. Aaron, before we get to the competition, tell us more about the Colorado Fiddlers Association, because I know that you guys also do a lot to help the community.
Yeah, we were formally incorporated as a 501c3 nonprofit in 2002 after we had a successful first go at the National Western Stock Show, since it was such a perfect combination of the cultural significant event that comes to Denver every year and this traditional American art form of music that's really rooted in those Western background from here in Colorado down to Texas and across the Front Range. So at first we were just in the Hall of Education, kind of having an informal contest in one of those booths, and it was so successful and popular that they've been so gracious to have us back ever since.
That's amazing. We want to talk about what happened during, the stock show in these 2 weeks, but you guys offer so many services way beyond just what happens.
Yeah, so we're all the time, 24/7, 365. Our mission is to preserve and perpetuate this traditional American art form that is contest fiddling. So we partner with other organizations in town doing workshops. We do other contests across the state, including one in Elbert County for their annual county fair. And it's really just a great combination. Yeah.
So talented.
It's so fun.
Amazing.
And there's so many different musical groups and so many different versions of fiddling that we love to connect with the other fiddlers that might specialize in something like old time or bluegrass or Irish. There's a lot of shared background and root in the music. So we love just all fiddlers all together.
What's the style we're listening to?
This is Texas style contest fiddling.
Ah, Texas style.
Speaking of contests, talk to us about this championship that you produced over the weekend.
Yeah.
Did a lot of people show up? Talk to us about the winner.
We had a great turnout. We have age ranges for the Colorado Fiddle Championships from 7 and under, who are our small fries, all the way the cutest.
Are there kids that you're like, this is going to be a really talented musician?
100%.
Right?
Like the guy who was just on that video was one of our original small fries, just a teeny tiny cutie baby with his fiddle. And now last year at the national contest, he got 2nd place.
Whoa.
This year at our contest, he took 3rd place. So his name's Jesse. He's a star. It's amazing to see. And now I'm used to him as that little guy, but now he has a mustache and he's driving. So it's really cool to see these kids who grow up in this musical community. Not only are they learning this style of music that's so vintage and really important to keep it alive, because there's no sheet music in fiddling. It's all taught ear to ear, knee to knee.
That's unbelievable. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's really cool because these kids learn these tunes and these old versions from the 1800s, and then they practice because they're basically training for these competitions. So they're learning advanced techniques and they're working really hard at them because then they come to the contest where there's money at stake. So we have the small fries 7 and under, and they actually kick off our contest at 9 a.m. on Saturday in the Beef Palace Auction Arena at the National Western Stock Show. That's when we have our biggest crowds, so we want to put the cuties up front. And then we go all the way up to our seniors who are age 70 and above. So a lot of them raised their kids playing fiddle and then picked it up in retirement, or some of them have been playing their entire lives as well. So really a whole spectrum. And then in the middle, you have our juniors who are 13 to 18. Once you get into the young adults and the adult divisions, you get into the people that are kind of in their prime. And then we have our championship open division that's not restricted to any ages, and that's for the big money. That's the $1,000 grand prize and bragging rights to say that you're the Colorado State Fiddle Champion. And our champion this year, her name's Katie Glassman. She's actually a Denver native. And now she lives in Venice, California, but she travels out for the contest every year. And so this was her 3rd year in a row winning, which means next year.
Is that her?
She has to take a year off. That is her.
Oh my gosh,
Katie.
A true champion. Well, shout out to Katie. We're unfortunately out of time, but this is just an incredible art form that you guys are preserving, and it really is. I love when you say it's the culture of Colorado and what this state is about.
Exactly.
You guys do amazing things. Thank you so much for spending a little time with us.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I'll bring my fiddle next time.
Please.